Hey, my name is Eve the Weave. Like, share, and subscribe. I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. I was just waiting for it to die down, and I had to go find a receipt because I knew I had a receipt, but I was trying to find the actual video. But let me explain exactly what I'm talking about. I'm here to talk about the whole Loni Love, and I think her former co-writer Cookie, I think that's her name, gave an interview to Comedy Hype, and saying that she wanted to get Tamar fired. Well, when Tamar made those statements, I've always believed Tamar. Reason being, either season 4 of Tamar and Vince or the Braxtons. That's when she started doing the whole Dancing with the Stars thing. And that's when she got sick or whatever. Tamar did miss a lot of shows. But in all hindsight, if you look at the real, because I was a real watcher. I was a real watcher up until the time that Tamar got fired. Because I knew it was going downhill. When I seen her missing so many days for Dancing with the Stars, and then she got sick after that, I said the same thing she said. In one of her episodes, and this is the episode that I was looking for, in one of her episodes, either on Tamar and Vince or the Braxtons, she told her sister Toni. Toni asked her specifically, Tamar, why are you so in a rush to go back to work? And she said, because if I'm not in a rush to go back, if people can feel like they can replace you, they will. Now, that's exactly what happened. They replaced her. They fired her, and they replaced her. And she always knew it was somebody around that table that got her fired. And the allegations has come out that it's been Loni. But Tamar put out it was Loni last year. And y'all wasn't paying attention. Y'all always thought that she lied. But when Tamar posted that on her Instagram of September of last year, I screenshot it. Because I felt like it was Loni too. So I screenshotted it. And I kept it. And I had to go find it, honey, in my phone. And that I did. So I'm going to go to where she's telling Toni that she got fired. We're going to go back. We're going to go to that right now. Honey, I got to set up for y'all today. I'm drinking coffee. I ain't even drinking tea. No shade to nobody.
About a half hour ago, I go downstairs because, we're getting ready to leave. And Mrs. like, I need to talk to you for a second. And I was like, what's up? He just got off the phone with the production company at The Real, and they said that I was basically fired.
Why? What'd they say?
I don't know. Vince told me that she told him that I didn't get along with the castmates. And
the girls on the show, they were just here.
Apparently I don't get along with them.
Gotta be more to it.
I really, 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 love my position at The Real, It was really more about me being myself and, expressing my life stories and what I've been through in life, with, a bunch of ladies who I loved and really, truly, genuinely respected.
I seen my refrigerator, the little one.
I didn't know.
That little one.
People are telling me that I don't get along with my friends, or are they my friends? I don't know. And I don't get along with production, and I am stunned.
I want to stop it right there. Because at that point, when this show was brought up, when this show came about, Tamar was in the highlight of her career. Love and War was doing good. Album was popping. Vince was the executive producer on The Real. So, you would think if she didn't get along with her co-workers, why wouldn't Vince know nothing about that? That's what I'm not understanding. So, let me go to something else real quick. Y'all gonna be like, Eve was not playing today, honey. Let me go to this clip real quick. Hold on 1 minute.
I told them I wanted to come out. It became
Now, after Tamar did that episode with Braxton Family Values, telling her sister that she gotten fired and she cried about it, she was really hurt. And, she went on Instagram where she used to do her little rants. Notice how I say used to, because she's been really kind of quiet. She ain't been ranting like she used to. So she did her little rant. Now, this is a clip of Lonnie Love on the Wendy Williams show. And Wendy Williams was going to ask her straight up, did she know about Tamar getting fired? And let's see what Lonnie said.
Some comments. And I just want to clear up some things because all of this is kind of getting out of control and it's getting out of hand and it's hurting my friend Tamar. And nobody knows that I'm putting this out, so this will be to everyone. Some of you may know I did the Wendy Williams show. It aired on Friday, but we taped it on Thursday. And on Monday, she talked about Tamar not continuing with the reel. And she said that when Loni came on the show, I think Loni knew. Now, I love you, Wendy, but I have to say, I didn't know. We taped your show on Thursday, and none of us found out about Tamar until Tamar texted us on Saturday. And it was Saturday afternoon. I remember because I was taking a nap because I had to get ready for my 2 shows because I have to take my nap. And I got a group text from Tamar. She says, I heard I'm being fired. First person to answer was Tamara. I woke up from my nap, and so I answered about an hour later. I immediately called her. I said, what are you talking about? I did not, she didn't pick up, and I ended up texting her on the group text, and I said, please let me know what's going on. Adrian is in Puerto Rico, which is a time difference. Jeannie is in Singapore, which is a time difference as well. So everybody is all over, and with time differences and things like that, it's really hard to immediately answer her back. But everybody, in some way, all the hosts tried to contact her. Saturday was the first time that I had heard about, she said she heard she might get fired. Then that's when we got a phone call from Telepictures, and they confirmed that she was no longer let go. I asked, it's an individual phone call, so I was able to talk one-on-one, and I asked why. They told me basically none of my business because it's between Tamar, her management, and them, which, okay, and I couldn't get any response out of Tamar. I just want to clear that up because I would not have done Wendy's show. And Wendy, you know this. You know me. Tamar knows me. I would not have done her show coming on there, kiki and ha-ha, if I would have known that she was not going to be on season 3. When we wrapped our show for season 2, we had a photo shoot. Tamar was part of that. We were planning on going to Essence. She was part of that. So there was no indication that Tamar was going to be let go. There was no group thing. And let me tell you guys something. We as the host, we don't have that type of power. I had that type of power. I have my own show. Okay? I don't fire people. We genuinely all like each other. What you see on the table is what you see. Sometimes we might be irritated with each other. Sometimes we might, smack or whatever, aggressive eye rolling that we all do. That's just part of the nature of the show. But we generally like each other. I hold Tamar's hand, and that I'm still holding her hand. She's my friend, and I'm very devastated just like she is, and naturally I understand that she's upset. Second thing, Miss Wendy, you asked a question at the end. You're saying, Loni, is it true that you and B. Scott are friends? I don't know B. Scott. I've never met B. Scott. The only way I know that how he looks is because of his blogs with that pretty beautiful picture of him. His beautiful picture. But I've never met B. Scott. I don't know him. And I'm not the type of person to give out information because I don't know anything. When I put on my Instagram that I had no idea what was going on. It's the truth, and I still try to figure out. I don't know where these people are getting all these comments and situations. I don't know, but I know it's not coming from me. And I'm going to say this: I don't believe that it's coming from any of the hosts. But my concern is for Tamar. I'm trying to give her some time, but I will not stop calling her. I will not stop trying to get in touch with her. It's just devastating for all of us, y'all. It's a change, and I still don't know.
Now, I had to pause it right there because it was just so devastating for her. I tried to find a clip, which I believe is the Halloween episode. It wasn't up there, and of course it's not going to be up there because Wendy Williams don't want to show her, her. Remember, that was the year she passed out in the costume. I believe that was that episode. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Loni Love was on that episode of The Real, and that was in October, and yeah. So let me go to another clip because there's something else I want to show y'all. I'm about to get into it because I got some things I want to say.
Yeah, but I saw Tia yesterday at the airport.
At the airport. Did you? Okay. What do you say?
I said hi.
Okay. Okay. Did you flip your hair?
No.
Yeah.
Well, Tia.
Tia.
It was Tia who I saw.
Yes.
That's not shade. Come on.
I
I ain't the shadiest person on the planet. I saw her sister. I ain't playing it. Yeah.
Can I ask you one more?
Oh, okay. Because of you.
No, only because I know you don't want to talk about it, but I love these people, and I don't want to disrespect them and not have you go on Good Morning America and talk about your experience on The Real, because then I'll be pissed. I'm like, really? You had a chance to come here and talk?
But I wouldn't. Okay, but go ahead.
Okay. What do you say when you see Adrian?
I haven't seen Adrian.
If you do?
God is good. Hallelujah. Won't he do it?
Then I'm like, what about Loni?
Same. Let me tell you something. Anybody. I don't have.
Gina,
Let me tell you something. The only person that I'm beefing with is the devil. That's it. I am not beefing with anybody in my life.
You were good on the show, that's all.
Thank you.
Okay, so now Tamar turns 40 this week.
Don't
First of all, thank you for calling us a cute show. We're also an Emmy-winning show, so don't forget that. Tamar Braxton was your guest, and we appreciate the fact that you brought us up. I just want to be full disclosure. It's been 3 years. I don't know why you guys keep talking about this whole situation.
We've actually never spoken about it here.
No, we never spoke
Not
about
here.
it. But what
Here.
happened, what had happened this summer, okay, was that Tamar Braxton gave us an apology for everything that happened, that these girls on this table had no issue with doing. Since then, that apology has been taken down. And so it was, in my humble opinion of trying to be this strong black woman, invited her to come on the show for season 6. It was a simple public ask. I did try to call her privately. I've been texting her. I get no response. So I just put it out there. The show has reached out to her. Tamar, nobody is trying to use you as a marketing tool, sweetie. You apologized to us over the summer, and we just thought to close this loop.
That's what we never asked
just
her.
like what Wendy did yesterday with Nene, to mend fists. That's all. That was the intention, and that is it, okay? That's it. So, you are still welcome, my dear, to come on anytime. It's not a big deal. Seriously, we as black women have to stick together.
Yes.
We as women have to stick together, okay? It's no cattiness. It's just, we need to have you come here so we can close the circle. You apologized, we opened it up to you, and it's still there, and it will always be there. We love you, Tamar. You are a powerhouse, and we know, you know us. So, that's it. That's all I have to
Ultimately,
say.
that's really what it comes down to. I think you know us, and you know who we are, you know our hearts, and I think when you apologize, obviously I didn't know that it was taken out, you just brought that up, I didn't know that. We were like, man, that's really all, that's all I've ever wanted was an apology. So I think that made us think, well, you extended an olive branch, then now is the time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But
And that's
I
why.
think I guess not.
You saw the apology as an olive, branch, and
Yes.
I can speak for all of us here, and especially for myself. I've been in the business for over 20 years, and my reputation is not one of cattiness. And I agree with you, Loni. It's time. It's time for me to say this. It's time for women of color to stop putting each other down. We already have other people doing that. And more importantly, start uplifting each other, loving each other, and stop creating false narratives. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. It's unfair. It's unfair to, I work hard on my character.
Yes.
Each and every freaking day.
Yeah.
And everybody who's close to me knows that truth. And what I don't like is that out there. That falseness, the lies, and all of that. And that's all I have to say.
Absolutely right.
Honey, now she went on and they said all of that.
She told me
And
she was going to try to
This
get her
is
off
another
the show.
interview that
She
came
said
up.
that she only wanted to be the only ghetto girl on the show, and she was trying to get rid of her off the show.
Now, another chapter in your comedy experience as far as with names and people with status, if you will. Loni Love, she's from Detroit as well.
Yep.
Did you guys know each other in Detroit?
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't know her in Detroit.
How did you first meet her?
I met her on the comedy circuit, and doing comedy clubs all around LA. I ended up with her.
You guys hit it off like instantly, or?
Now, before we get into this interview with Comedy Hype, this is Loni's friend, and she was a co-writer. I don't know if she was a co-writer on that show or wherever, but she was a co-writer on the show. Why says this is an interview? Yeah, so she was a co-writer on the show. And before this all happened, it was texts going back and forth between Tamar and somebody else. I'm going to reveal those texts after this, though.
Off the show. She said that she only wanted to be the only ghetto girl on the show, and she was trying to get rid of her off the show.
Now, another chapter in your comedy experience as far as with names and people with status, if you will. Loni Love, she's from Detroit as well.
Yep.
Did you guys know each other in Detroit?
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't know her in Detroit.
How did you first meet her?
I met her on the comedy circuit, and doing comedy clubs all around LA. I ended up with her.
You guys hit it off like instantly, or?
Not really. We just kind of passers-by at the beginning. We was just kind of passers-by, and then when I went on tour with Kat, we kind of was a little closer. I took her to the Universal Amphitheater when we did that. I've helped her a few times. She's helped me a few times. But we became closer a little bit after the Pimpin' tour.
Okay.
Then we kind of got.
That was my favorite one with Cat
What
Williams.
were you to her?
I think he had on
In
the
that
green
context,
suit
were
and
you
he
more friends or
pimping.
was it business?
It's a little bit of both. Because if you're my friend, I want to see you do good. So if there's anything, advice or something I can help you with, I'm going to help you with it with no malice. But not knowing that in the back of your mind you got malice.
Now, there's an interesting thing in terms of with Loni in competition, or people in her same space, if you will. One of the Braxton sisters ended up getting removed off the reel. People accused that it was Loni.
Yeah, well, she told me she was going to try to get her off the show. She said that she only wanted to be the only ghetto girl on the show, and she was trying to get rid of her off the show. She showed me an email, and she read it back to me, and one of the things she said, don't quote me verbatim or whatever, but it was to the effect of, Tamar had just got on Dancing with the Stars. So being on Dancing with the Stars, she missed 52 episodes of The Real. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's 52. And she was pointing out to the network, well, if she missed 52 tapings and the ratings haven't changed or they're getting better, we really don't need her. And then she pointed out that the fact that when Tamar got hurt on Dancing with the Stars, she was pointing out, I don't know if she was emailing the network, pointing out the fact that she would be an insurance liability because she was hurt. So she would.
Now, I believe this lady. Remember when I told you at the beginning of the video, Tamar told Tony, I need to hurry up and get back to work because when people feel like they can replace you, they will. And sure enough, that's what they did. Let's keep it going.
A good fit for the show anymore.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So I know she specifically can't get her fired, but you can influence stuff by pointing out things. You see what I'm saying? And because she was pointing those things out that may have influenced them to get rid of Tamar, because she told me she wanted to be the only ghetto chick on the show. So
Loni told you that.
oh yeah, she told me that. I only want to show you. I mean, that's probably why she was talking to me. She only want to be the only ghetto person on the show. And people can say that I'm bitter. No, I'm not bitter. I'm not. I'm telling you, ask me a question, I'm giving you an answer. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, America, and nobody else, because I'm too old to not tell the truth. I'm too old to tell a lie. You see what I'm saying? I done told lies before. Don't get me wrong. Like I said again, I ain't perfect. But that's not a lie.
Yeah, Loni would end up denying those allegations.
Oh, yeah.
By saying, who writes letters, who sent this, let's talk it out. Stop going on every other show. You know you want to. And that's what she
And that's what she wrote
well, when she
on
said stop
Instagram.
writing letters, who writes letters, that was in a response to a text message that was sent to Tamar.
I got the text messages.
A comedian friend of mine, we were happened to be talking about it. I said, you know, we brought it up, and I said, yeah, she had something to do with it. She wanted her off
This lady
the show.
is not lying. Cookie's not lying.
Letters. At the end of the day,
I knew about
it's a
Cookie
bunch of letters
before
that
Cookie
emailed.
was even on
That's how that
brought to your
happened.
yeah,
attention.
that's how the letters. Who writes letters? I heard that. But you notice in Tamar's text message, it said, who told you? And it said Cookie Hull. It specifically said that. The Shade Room picked it up and everything. It said Cookie Hull told me. She used to be a writer for Loni Love. So, yeah.
Why do you think people are like focused on that predicament, that drama that went around that?
Because, I mean, it wasn't the truth. She did get her, she did try to get her removed from the show. You know what I'm saying? She get her kicked off the show. That's why it's around, you know what I'm saying? And the other girls are deers in the headlight because they don't know what's going on. That's why they sit there.
Right. I believe everything Cookie is saying because I got the text messages. I've been had text messages. I screenshot them. When Tamar posted them on her page, it was a post and delete. She sure enough did. And I sure enough screenshot it. And I'm going to show y'all right now. And look how long those text messages been in my phone, though. It is 2000 and what? 20? I am not playing. I believe Tamar when she posted them. I believe Tamar when she finger pointed Loni. And I believe this Cookie lady right now. Because when I seen this interview and it said her name was Cookie, I already knew I had text messages in my phone. Now let me scroll to last year. Let's see. Keep going. Alrighty then. Let's see. Let's read it out. September 2019. Tamar. So I just found out that Loni Love was writing letters to get you kicked off the show. She wrote the network. Laugh out loud. Loni was writing letters to the network on you. I'm hearing this story. Tamar writes back, I told everyone that it was her. No one wanted to believe me. Shrugging emoji. Person writes back, yeah, I got the information right here. Person who wrote and who wrote and worked for her is spilling the tea. She is upset. Then it says she is upset. If it wasn't God's plan, it wouldn't have happened. That's not is that not being messy? That's what Tamar, I guess, wrote. Then she asks, who told you? Then it says, Cookie told me. It's true. It's the truth. She said she was writing letters while she was in surgery, while you was in surgery. Loni was writing letters while Tamar was in surgery. This is how grimy shit is. While she was in surgery. Losing that publicly almost took me out. Talking about her job. That's what Tamar texts the person. Yup. On my deathbed. And then this is the caption that Tamar writes. Let me show y'all. This is the caption that Tamar writes underneath all that after posting all three of those on Instagram. When the guilt settles, Loni, cut the bullshit. Thanks. Wendy Williams, my sister, you for having me. You may not have an Emmy yet, but the girls are truly watching anyway. Laughing emoji. Back to my transformation. Strong arm crown. Okay? And I screenshot that a while ago. That was September of 2019. So while all this is resurfacing, this is Hype interview 4 days ago. And this Cookie lady, Cookie Holt, gave this interview. That's the Cookie that they talking about. That's the Cookie that Tamar was talking about in her messages. My thing is with Loni. This is my thing. Loni Love was jealous of Tamar. Period. Tamar got the Dancing with the Stars. Tamar album dropped. Everything was hitting. Tamar. Tamar was singing her little songs on the show. If y'all can remember the real, back then Tamar was singing her songs on the show. Tamar was talking about both shows. Tamar even had her sisters on the show and doing press runs for the Braxton family values and everything else. Her mama was up there. Everybody was up there. Loni Love, she saw fit, like Tamar said, if I'm going long enough, somebody can feel like they can replace me. And sure enough, for her to even have that in her spirit and for her to tell Toni Braxton that on national TV, she felt that in her heart that something was going to happen. And sure enough, she was right. Nobody wanted to believe Tamar. Those comments underneath that post that day was bananas. It was crazy. I remember it like it was yesterday. And I was like, damn. And I believed her from the beginning that it was somebody. And that's why those girls, if you look at the interview that I last showed you, that little clip, those girls, those other three girls sat around that table because they did not really know what was going on. Notice how Loni Love said her little 2 cents about her doing the about Tamar doing the Wendy Williams interview. And she felt like Wendy Williams threw them shade because she said that there was a little show. I watched that interview in real life when it happened. And she felt like Wendy Williams was throwing her shade. She was. She was the only one that threw you shade. I remember when Whoopi Goldberg threw you shade too. And you clapped back at Whoopi Goldberg. I remember that. I remember that too. My thing is, Loni, you can't escape that. That's why you didn't want nobody to talk about it no more. That's why you said, oh, it's been 3 years. I don't understand why people keep talking about it. Blase, 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 blase. The only thing you can come out and say is Cookie is lying. But Cookie ain't lying. Because Cookie is not the one that sent the text messages to Tamar that I just read. Somebody else is behind that and sent those messages to Tamar. Somebody else sent those text messages to Tamar. Somebody else showed to those letters. She knew about those letters. Tamar knew in her spirit that you was the one that got her fired. She not crazy. And that's sad. Because what comes around goes around. So all those rumors about Lonnie Love may be getting fired, Lonnie Love may be getting fired, let me tell you something. What comes around goes around. And see, that's why you don't want to miss no episodes on The Real. Because you're afraid that somebody might steal your spot. The same way you took away Tamar's spot, you're afraid somebody gonna take your spot. Karma's a bitch, and Karma know where everybody rests at. She know where everybody lay their head at. And let me tell you something. I'm not trying to say I don't want Lonnie Love to lose her job, but what comes around goes around. And when you are evil to other people that are not evil to you, then that's where you have your problem at. And I believe somewhere down the line, if y'all go back and watch The Real, these little couple of episodes, people be complaining about Lonnie. Lonnie be rolling her eyes. Lonnie come out, she don't really dance like that. I'm telling you, Lonnie be having attitudes. Lonnie Love, baby, your time is coming. Tick, 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 bitch. It's coming. And I didn't mean to call you a bitch, but it fits. Tamar may have been doing too much in your eyes, but y'all can sit up there and say y'all got Emmys and all of that with the help of Tamar. She helped build that audience. And I'm not trying to say that Tamar was the everything to the show. No, she wasn't. She wasn't on that show by herself. It was a group of females. But if it wasn't for that show, a lot of people wouldn't. If it wasn't for Tamar, a lot of people would have never watched that show. So like I said, what comes around goes around. And your time is coming. It's just the matter of when. My name is Eve the Weave. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit me in the comments and let me know what you think. Hit the notification bell. I'm on the road to 1,000. Later, YouTube. Bye.